Alright, Schlockmeister fans, going to re-review something from my previous channel. It's called Evil Laugh. Let's check it out. Here we have a house some kids are going to be moving into.
Mr. Burns, what's wrong?
What do you want?
I'm here delivering the food the new tenants ordered.
Well, don't give them to me. Put the supplies in the kitchen.
And out of nowhere, we have a killer in the kitchen. A little comic relief when a guy has to take a pee.
Shit, what's it, raining? What? Forget it. What?
Where?
You're a dead man!
I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys down there.
Yeah, you can see how he missed them.
You guys take a joke. Yes, okay? Jerry wants to buy this old house. You know he's studying to become a pediatrician. Well, the place used to be a children's foster home or something. We're just gonna go up there and help him get the place back up into shape, okay?
Why didn't Jerry and Connie just ask us?
I think you're making a big mistake.
And then this happens.
Are you sure you won't want to reconsider this?
There's clearly a killer up at that house. And the boys arrive. They're all
Excuse me.
medical students, apparently.
You guys okay? Jesus, you scared the fuck out of me. Who the hell are you? I'm Roger Burns, the real estate agent. What were those voices? What voices? The voices from the closet. My cousin heard voices too.
Future porn star Ashlyn Gear in the front there.
Will that give us enough privacy?
Stop, Sam.
Yes, I know how wild.
She plays
you guys are.
Connie.
Mark, you and Johnny take the bedroom next to them, and Tina and I will be down the hall.
What about Barney and John? His collar is gone.
Meanwhile, Jerry's missing.
Alas, poor Jerry. We knew him well.
Cut it out, Barn.
Look, you guys stay here, look for this invisible car. I'm gonna finish dinner.
Meanwhile, in one of the bedrooms, and when two of them go to fool around, that hand pops up. But it's just Barney.
Hey, you guys okay? You're sick, Barney. You got my butt. Hey, I thought it was Tina's. Radio doesn't work. Not the worst.
Meanwhile, nearby,
Tape.
apparently at this house 10 years ago, there was a murder or a series of murders.
The stories are true. Okay, I'm gonna get back.
Found innocent. The kids admitted that they lied. But Martin's father hung himself before finding out his son was not guilty. A week later, Martin returned to the house and cut the throats of all the children in his sleep. Then he set the house on fire.
I'm leaving. Sit down, Barney.
Don't worry, Barney. No one's been murdered or missing. For the past 10 years, this house has been vacant.
Yeah, where's Jerry and the delivery kid? They'll show up. Jerry probably just went back to school for something.
Sammy, I let you spank me, but this is too weird.
You said it was your secret fantasy.
I know.
Come on, I bought all this leather stuff.
Now, being tied up like this, she can't tell him that there is a killer in the room.
Oh, it's all right. It's not that cold.
Martin. Well, remember when that guy Martin went crazy and killed all those children? He didn't touch the babies. 4 newborn boys and 2 baby girls. They had blue blankets for the boys and bright pink blankets for the girls.
Here. Oh, it's you. Oh, Daddy, go skip over the battery. Is this a party? Why are you wearing that mask? And there's no one.
The bodies are starting to pile up now.
Come on, you guys, stop fooling around.
Why
Taunt the killer, and you're next.
Come on, cut it out.
Barney?
And this is an interesting scene. She takes the incapacitated guy and puts him in a microwave, or at least his head in a microwave. Now, my experience with microwaves is that this wouldn't work. But maybe microwaves from the 70s were different.
It's not working.
Connie goes downstairs and starts to find all the bodies. That was easy. But the killer's not dead. We find out that she is Martin's mother from years ago.
Those children lied. They deserved to die. Martin was a good boy. I loved him. He was my baby. I warned you to stay out of this house.
And it's Barney to the rescue. He's been hiding for quite a while.
And now I am going to kill you.
Cut away to some time later. Connie is in her apartment.
That was your dad.
And guess who? One hell of a practical joke.
The guy should be your face. You were so scared. It's me. Now, Barney. Why, this is not funny.
Well, I guess Connie's gonna have the last laugh.
It's the most fun I've had in 2 weeks. Barney. No, what are you doing?
All right, let's talk about this movie, Evil Laugh. This is the second time in my life that I've seen this movie. It's okay. I read a couple of decent reviews for it online, but I didn't really care for it a whole heck of a lot. It's kind of a typical 80s slasher or 80s horror movie, except it does pay a little homage to past movies. It talks about Halloween, and there's references to Friday the 13th, and they talk about how the killer always comes back. He's never dead. So it's kind of like Scream in that regard, just a few years earlier, 6-7 years earlier. But anyway, it's about a bunch of kids who are going to this house to renovate it, fix it up. They're going to turn it into or one of the guys is going to turn into some sort of, not I want to say orphanage, but some sort of place for kids. I don't know exactly, but we have a bunch of young adults, or people in almost 30, I guess, trying to fix up this place. And apparently 10 years earlier or so, a bunch of murders took place there. This guy named Martin, who I guess was framed, wasn't really a bad guy, but he was framed and accused by these kids of doing something. I'm not exactly sure. He goes back and killed a bunch of kids there. So they're gonna just reopen this place, I guess, years later. And of course, these kids start getting knocked off one by one, and we're led to believe that, of course, it's Martin doing this. A few people die. Ultimately, near the end, we have this one survivor named Connie. She's in the basement. She discovers all the bodies from all of her friends, and then the killer makes herself appear. And it turns out she takes off her mask. She reveals that she's Martin's mother, although she doesn't look old enough to be a mother of somebody who could have done this 10 years earlier. But whatever. She looks about maybe in her late 20s. But anyway, they get into almost a scuffle, and then just as she's about to kill Connie, Barney, who's been hiding for the past half hour, comes up and shoots her. I don't know where he even got the gun from, but he shoots her and she's dead. Then we have one final scene, which takes place maybe months later, who knows. Connie is taking a shower. She gets out and she gets stalked by presumably the same killer, but then the killer reveals himself to be Barney playing a practical joke on her. Some joke, right? But anyway, he laughs like crazy, and then she, I guess, got a little bit hysterical, grabbed some scissors and chased after him, and then we hear a bunch of more screams, and that's how our movie ends. So anyway, that is Evil Laugh. A couple of nude scenes thrown in. Actually, there are some decent gore in this movie. Some nice gore, actually. That definitely had it going for it. And again, there's some comedic elements. I didn't care for it a whole lot, but I think it's better than some typical Drek from that era. Incidentally, the woman who played Connie was Ashlyn Gear, and apparently she refused to do a nude scene in this movie. She does have a nude scene at the end, but it was a body double. You can't see her head in the shot, but it's ironic because 4 years later she became a porn star and made dozens of porn movies over the next several years. In fact, she might still be in the business. I'm not sure. But and the other woman who played Tina in this movie, she basically replaced Heidi Fleiss as the Hollywood Madam. She only did like one other movie, I think, or maybe this was her only one. I don't know. Her name was Jodie Gibson. But anyway, that is Evil Laugh. Again, it's not a bad film. I just don't think it's as good as some people might. But anyway, that's it. Evil Laugh. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Evil Laugh. Watch it. Bye.